Welcome to the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. Guys, how are you? Where are you watching from? This is none other than Rokani David, aka Aradion, to this channel, bringing you the match reaction of Chelsea 2, a team which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur 2. Before we get into all that, please feel free to go to the comments. Please feel free to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, today, this was the last game of a team which goes by the name of Chelsea as they play a team which goes by the name of Tottenham Hotspur in there. And it's the last preseason game for Chelsea in there as they prepare to play their Super Cup in there against Villarreal in there. Remember, a Super Cup is a match that happens between a Champions League winner and the UEFA Europa League winner. The UEFA Europa League winner is Villarreal. They won United in penalties 12 no, it was 10-11 in there, and the other Chelsea team won against Man City in the Champions League final by 2-2. Now, this was the last game. Chelsea looked good, Spurs looked good, and let me show you how this ended in there. Now, in the 16th minute, Hakim Ziyech, remember they got him from FC Porto in there and from Ajax in there, and he played for them. He came in last season and he's going to play his second full season at Chelsea in there. He has scored a brace, 16th minute, 49th minute, and then Lucas Moura in the 56th minute, and Steven Bergwijn came in through and scored an equalizer in there that lay the game to end 2-2 in there. So the game has ended 2-2. It has been at Stamford Bridge. It has been a very good game in there. I really liked it, and I really saw glimpses of Spurs in there trying, because they started with Bergwijn, Lucas Moura, and Son Heung-min was leading the line in there. So Harry Kane away, but they look strong in there to see to it that they really wanted to make things happen in there, but they only managed to get a draw. But what a comeback by a team which goes by the names of Tottenham Hotspur, because it felt like it couldn't really get a draw or a win in there. But Chelsea, it shows how Chelsea is weak in defending. By the way, I'm going to talk about it, because leading a game by 2 goals in there, and they come behind and they really equalize you or level you. It shows you how bad you are in defending. They need really to get their defending tactics right in there. Now, let's get into what we call the so-called match statistics in there, has each and everything transpired in there. Now, when you look at the statistics in there, full time shots on target, Chelsea had 19, Spurs had 7. 9 shots on target for Chelsea, 4 shots on target for a team which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur. 55% ball possession, Spurs had 44. 653 passes put together by Chelsea, 512 passes put together by a team which goes by name of Tottenham Hotspur. 91% passing accuracy for a team which goes by name of Chelsea, 87 for Tottenham Hotspur. 9 fouls for Chelsea, 10 fouls for a team which goes by names of Tottenham Hotspur. 1 yellow card. You can just imagine a game that had close to 20 fouls in there, and only 1 yellow card was issued. So the referee really was so much disciplined in there. 0 red cards on both sides, 1 offside for Chelsea, 4 off corners for a team which goes by name of Chelsea, and 1 corner for a team which goes by name of Tottenham Hotspur. It shows you, when you look at the statistics, it shows you that a team which goes by names of Chelsea was really all over Spurs, and Spurs was doing a lot of defending, and they really came through and did what they call counter-attacking football. They looked great even without Harry Kane. Remember, Harry Kane is out, and he might not be a Spurs player, though Daniel Levy and the manager, who goes by the name of Nuno Espirito, really say that the lad is going to stay at Tottenham Hotspur in there. He's the one they are building their new team on there. But all in all, Harry Kane, it's the 3rd day Harry Kane has not appeared in training, and he is expected to go to a team which goes by the name of Man City. Man City concluding or accomplishing a deal of Jack Grealish in there anytime from now. We might get a here we go in there from Fabrizio Romano in there, and any other legit outlets in there as far as transfers are concerned. So Tottenham Hotspur looked great in there. Son Heung-min led the line in there. Bergwijn, the Dutch, played off the left wing, and a man who goes by names of Lucas Moura played off the right wing in there. But they played a 4-3-3 system. Dele Alli in there. I saw Sergio Aurier in there. So I think Spurs. By the way, I've been hearing lots of people coming through and saying that Spurs, Nuno Espirito is not the right manager to play in there. Now, tell me. Look at Pochettino. Pochettino was at a team which goes by the names of Southampton. You get, he came at Spurs and did wonders. You get, and look at the quality of players that have been at Wolverhampton Wanderers ever since Nuno Espirito took over. You get, Ruben Neves, Diego Jota, Jimenez. Very good players in there. There are very many good players at the team with Adama Traore. So it shows you that he's a very good scout in there. And the good thing is that he has gone at a team that really has a very good sporting director in there. Is it Paratici? He's from Juventus in there. So it looks like Spurs are building something. And Nuno Espirito has shown me that he is ready to get into this season in there, as he played his second last game of the preseason, because he's playing against Arsenal on Saturday. He's playing against a team which goes by names of Arsenal in there. So this is the Mind series in there tournament, and Arsenal are playing Spurs as their last game. But Spurs have really shown me that they can really get and build that ball from behind, and they are fast. They are playing counter-attacking football. You remember the tactics that Thomas Tuchel used against the team which goes by names of Arsenal. Like, he was really attacking them, but all the goals he scored, he got them on the break. The same thing has happened to him, because all of the goals have been considered because Spurs have been holding Chelsea on the break in there. So shameful in there, because you see the N'Golo Kantes have been in. It was almost a full squad for Chelsea. The only player that was not in for Chelsea, I think, is Mason Mount in there, because when you look at their lineup, they had Mendy in goal, Chalobah, Zuma and Rudiger back three, Calmson, Odoi, Kante, Kovacic, Alonso. That is the four people that are playing in the midfield. Ziyech, Kai Havertz and Timo Werner. The only player missing out is Thiago Silva, Mason Mount, Reece James and Ben Chilwell. You get? Those are the only players that are missing into this squad. But we look at Spurs, they played with the following players. They had Golini in goal, Doherty in there, Tanganga, Dia and Reglan. That was the back four. Del Ali coming back, and it looks like the manager, who goes by names of Nuno Espirito, has loads of hopes in him. Hogback playing into the defensive midfield. Skip playing into that three-man midfield in there. So with Bergwijn, San and Lucas Leiva leading the line in there. So it shows you that Spurs really had a very good game in the second half. First half was not all that great, and Chelsea need to check themselves, because 2 games against Arsenal, if at all that goal of Willock was not cancelled, it was going to end all in a draw in there, because Tammy Abraham came in and gave Chelsea a lead after Arsenal equalized in there through a goal of a man who goes by names of Xhaka, who headed a well-brought-in corner by Pepe into the 18-yard box area of Chelsea. So it shows you that there are aspects that Chelsea has to work upon before the season starts, and their season is starting early enough. It's starting next Wednesday in there, when they play a team which goes by names of Villarreal in there. Villarreal has just played a friendly with Leicester City. The game has ended 3-2 in there, and they are also a very good side. So we are going to get a very good Super Cup in their, Chelsea versus Villarreal. That's the last game that Chelsea will be playing to really prepare for themselves for the Premier League in there, starting on the 14th in there. So to me, I really feel like Chelsea need to do a lot more in there. However much they really have a very good squad, and that so-called blank position, Chelsea don't have what we call a central forward in there. Timo Werner has failed really to come in and banging those goals, because there is no way you were centre forward and you cannot really bang in those goals. So that is the only worst attribute that is happening at Chelsea in there. But I think the rest of the departments, they are okay. But I think they need to get a centre forward who is really going to come up and really get them close to 20-30 goals a season. So, and that is not Timo Werner, because he did it in Germany, but he has failed to do it at Chelsea. Can he do it in his second season at Chelsea? That is something that we are waiting to see, because Kai Havertz looks great. On the list of Tammy Abraham, who is supposed to be playing that role, the manager does not trust him. That's why they have gone in for a man who goes by names of Lukaku in there, and they've made a 130 million euro bid in there, and we expect to see what comes out of Italy positive in there for them, because they really need to get a forward in there who is going to get them goals at a world stage in there, because they are the Champions League winners. They really want to win the Premier League, and they also want to re-win what we call the Champions League in there. So I don't know what you guys think about Chelsea's performance in there, drawing 2-2 into their second game in there against Arsenal. They won 2-1, 2-2 in there. But I think kudos to Ziyech in there. I think he has made a very big statement to the manager that you have to rely on me, because I'm a real deal in there. I'm a big deal in there. I can bang in those goals when you really want them. I will never disappoint you in there. That is a man who goes by names of ZH. They are scoring a brace in there for a team which goes by the name of Chelsea. Chelsea, after the Super Cup, they will go on the weekend and they'll play a team which goes by the name of Crystal Palace in there for you, and they will be hosting it at the Stamford Bridge in there. So they will be facing the former Arsenal captain who goes by the name of Patrick Vieira in there. So that's what we had for you into this match reaction of Chelsea 2, Spurs 2 in there. But some players looked rusty, but all in all, let's wait and see. This is Rokani David, aka arane. Please feel free to go into the comment section and tell me what you think about this game of Chelsea versus Spurs that ended all in a draw. I'm out for now. See you tomorrow.